relationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on amazon.com. You know, if your woman doesn't submit to you, she ain't your woman. Now, I know this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but if your woman is not submissive to you, I don't give a damn what nationality she is. I don't care if you live together. I don't give a damn if you're black, you're white. I don't give a damn if y'all the same nationality. I don't give a damn where you live at in the world. If your woman is not submissive to you, she ain't your woman. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to her job. She belongs to the pastor at that church she attends on every Sunday. She belongs to her friends that influence her to do dumb shit. She belongs to somebody else, but she doesn't belong to you. And I know this is hard, a harsh truth. And it's something that I had to face about 15 years ago. And it's one of the biggest problems that I had, because I used to think that you had to pander and negotiate and talk women into shit, but all that's bullshit. It really is. And a lot of women will try to run game on guys because a lot of women want guys to protect them in some type of way. If that door fly open, or if some type of danger is coming towards her, she looks, first thing she does is look at the guy that's sitting next to her. So she wants protection, but at the same time, she doesn't want to take instructions from a man. She can't stand a guy telling her what to do. You know, so you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Shit, there's some countries like Saudi Arabia and Dubai where women have to submit by law because those guys are in power. They run shit over there. So, you know, but living here in America, women, they pretty much do submit as they will. They just do what they feel like it. And that's the problem with living in the United States of America. Because women, if a woman does submit to you here, you don't know how long it's going to last. It could be 5 years, 10 years. But it works out well for us fellas, because if she gets out of pocket or does something that's unforgettable, you can get you another bitch. So it's all good. And by that time, in most cases, by the time she stops submitting to you, she's already up in age anyway. She's probably old. She's probably overweight. She probably doesn't look as attractive as she used to be. So sometimes it works out pretty well for some guys that I know. And I've lost friends because of like a lot of women, because they let their wives get up in their ears and tell them shit. And see, here's the deal. A woman should never have the authority to tell a guy what to do. A woman should never wear the pants in the relationship. You know, once a woman once women lead guys around, that's the beginning and the end of society as it is. You know, because alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of good vibes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley. Then you look sexy. Yo! It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Like, share the video, and all that good stuff, man. And hey, we're gonna do like we always do over here. We're gonna talk that talk and we're gonna go out and make it happen. And that's what we always do. So man, I'm just really getting back home, really, man. I was down in Big Texas. Good enough. The T to the E to the X. It's all right down there, man, but not my speed. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't live there. I tell you that I wouldn't live there. Not my speed, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of I saw the fuckery. I mean, just it's just not my speed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might like it in Dallas and Houston. You might like it there. This is not my speed, man. You know what I'm saying? Nice. I'll visit there if I knew people that live there. For some purpose or something like that. But I wouldn't live there. Nah. But anyways, this video was actually has a lot to do with what I saw over the weekend. Because the game is raggedy out here today. You got a lot of game goofy women and a lot of game goofy dudes out here today. And a lot of women, they don't be knowing what they be doing. A lot of women have bad social skills just like the guys do. I've seen women get around certain types of guys and they don't know how to shoot their shot. They don't know how to do it. And even if they try, they don't know how to do it right. So, and a lot of women, for whatever reason, I don't think they know no better, they treat all guys the same. So in other words, if this woman, she can only talk what she's used to doing in most cases. So if you hear a woman talking about how she want a guy to take care of her and pay all the bills and she shouldn't have to go out and get a job or do anything towards the household or kids, the man, it's all on the man. That woman is used to dealing with tricks. And she thinks that every guy is going to buy into that. Her way of thinking, her way of doing things. Only a certain type of guy is going to deal with a trick. A woman with a trick mentality. Only a certain type of guy going to deal with a woman like that. But she don't know no better. She thinks that she can deal with all guys on that level. And you got some guys I see, they don't know when they're dealing with a woman that's in the street game. Some guys don't understand that shit. They get confused sometimes. They'll be like, especially when it comes to dating these other groups of women, because it's based on my experience. The fetish is real. Fetish is real out here, man. There's a lot of women that have fetishes for guys. There's a lot of guys that have fetishes for women. And there's some guys that have fetishes for other guys, too. It's true. The fetish is real. There's a lot of weird fantasy type um things that people want to do, or maybe they've done it already. Maybe they like doing it all the time or as much as they can. The fetish is real. There's a lot of degenerate behavior going on out here. And this is worldwide. This is not a North American thing. But you just have to be aware of it. Now, some guys will say, well, I don't know how do I tell if it's a fetish versus if she likes me? That's really easy. You can tell if a woman likes you. A woman likes you, she'll ask you questions, try to get to know you. Where you from? How you grew up? How many sisters and brothers you got? How's your parents? How'd they grow up? Where they from? Where your grandparents from? Where your family came from? How you doing? What you do for a living? She asks personal questions. You single, you married, whatever. Have you ever been married? You can kind of tell if a woman is really interested in you or if there's some level of interest there. You know what I'm saying? If she don't ask no questions like that, if there's not a certain level of interest there, it might be a sexual attraction there or some type of sex appeal there. But that's not the same thing. That could, that could last for one night, couple weeks, couple months, couple years. But you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell if a woman is kind of fascinated by how you look, and she might think you exotic and shit like that. There's a lot of women overseas, especially. Here in America too, but especially overseas. Overseas, they take it to the next level. They think we're exotic. Now that's gonna kind of that's gonna be hard. You might find that hard to believe. There's a lot of women overseas. You pick any country. They think that we're exotic. Black men. They're like, oh, I love your skin. It's so nice and shiny. And women say stuff like that. From women in the Philippines, Japan, Australia, you name them. You name any country. I've heard it all. I've seen a lot too. Being that I've traveled to a lot of these countries, and I know people from a lot of these countries, men and women, But yeah, it's true. But you have to be able to. You should be able to distinguish it. It's in your. I think it's kind of in your best interest because you want to know what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with. You want to know where you stand. You don't want to get with a woman. Seriously, get with a woman, but like move in and all that shit. You don't want to get in a situation with a woman and eventually you find out you were just a goddamn fetish the whole goddamn time. It happens. You don't want to be in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to know who you're dealing with. This is why it takes time to get to know people. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you have to establish boundaries when you meet people, men and women. You have to establish boundaries. You have to let people know what's cool and what ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys, we got to raise our standards. We got to raise our standards, man. Man, we'll fuck anything. God damn. She can be fat. It don't even matter. She can be white, black, Asian. It don't matter. We fuck anything. A lot of us. You know what I'm saying? It's just across the board now. And it's no dudes don't got no standards no more. I see plenty of it used to be the stereotype about us. There used to be a stereotype about us. But it ain't that stereotype is dead. You know what the stereotype used to be? The stereotype used to be if white women or any other woman, for that matter of fact, if they can't get with a guy in their culture, hey, go meet a black man. He'll talk to you. He'll wife you up. That used to be the stereotype. Now I know, especially with white women, but now, oh no, shit. That shit is pretty much dead. I see white guys walking around with big fat white women. That's pretty much dead now, bro. It's just across the board. There's no there's no more standards no more of these guys. I see overweight women from all groups of women now. It's over. In North America, it's over. And see, one thing about us, it's a gift and a curse when it comes to us. We're so damn nice. If a woman fix us a plate of food and bring it to us, that'll blow us away. A lot of us, because we've been treated so badly and disrespected so badly in this country. The little shit really blow us away, or the little shit can win us over because we've been treated so badly. So, but we gotta kind of get over that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta up the ante, put up the bar. We gotta push the bar up. We can't let just because she got a nice butt and a big smile, and it has to be more to her than just that. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of women still trying to run that game where they'll just get dressed and look nice, get their hair done, nails done, and smell good and look good. That's their game. That's a lot of women. That's the majority of women game. That's pretty much all they got once you get past the looks, right? We gotta, as guys, we can't accept just that. We gotta upgrade our game. We gotta take things to the next level. She can't just look good no more. It got to be more than just that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some type of standards and boundaries. I mean, come on, man. This shit is going too far. I mean, it's not going so far. Women, they automatically think that, hey, if I come in dress well, smell good, talk good, say all the right things, that I'm going to win him over. Within the first 90 days, I'm going to win him over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women think like this. A lot of women think like, I can strategically get with this man just based on conversation and how she looks. And that was working for a long time for a lot of women. But that's not working that well now. A lot of guys have learned better. It used to be where, a lot of guys will let a lot of shit slide, that a lot of things that a lot of women would do, but not so much today. Now there's a lot of simps out here. Now don't get it twisted. There's some guys that you can't say anything about a woman. They'll come in, you can't talk about women like that. You still got them guys out here. We call them simps, wimps, but the younger guys, like early, like say, I'm gonna say in the 20s, they're starting to they're not taking a lot of the stuff that a lot of guys took when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? If she overweight and she got to lose weight, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if she ain't submissive, no, she got to go. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these young boys are not playing around, boy. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, a lot of these young guys are cold as a motherfucker too, boy. If 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 and I'm not saying this is right, but this is usually how it go. If a guy gets a girl pregnant and that guy don't like that woman, and if that woman have that baby, fuck you and fuck that baby too. There's a lot of that shit going on. I'm not saying it's right, but that's usually how it go. Now, these other groups of guys, they've been doing that shit. They've been doing that shit overseas. You know what I'm saying? You know, black men just starting to catch up with this shit. I'm not saying it's right. That's usually how it is. And see, the only person that's going to end up suffering in this is the damn kid, because the kid didn't ask to be here. But the problem is, you got two people laying up with each other, and they don't really like each other. It was just one night of fun. You know what I'm saying? You got some hood rat, more than likely, or some chick that's got issues, unfit, you know, and some guy run up in her because she's easy. She's looking for love, maybe she's desperate, whatever the case may be. Get her pregnant, you know, and I ain't having no abortion, you know. I'm like, that dude don't like you. You probably gonna be raising that kid by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm putting him on child support. You can put him on child support all you want, but it's gonna be a fatherless child, a bastard child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not for abortion, but I'm just telling you how this shit is. You know, it's a cold game out here. You know? That's why I always tell guys, look, don't be laying down with no woman if you don't like her. You don't even gotta love her, but just if you don't like being around her, if you're not attracted to her, don't be fucking them girls like that. Leave them hood rats alone. I mean, if you have no interest whatsoever in this woman, if it's all about just sex, don't do it. Leave her alone. Because if you for some reason get her pregnant, now what? If you don't like that woman, you ain't gonna want to have no baby with her. And see, that's the problem. And I know a lot of these guys be going raw. They be going raw in these girls. First night. No. First night. The first night they go raw. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm telling you it happens. You know, and after the what? After about the what? Fourth or fifth time, even let's assume they use a condom, right? The first, second, third time. After about the fourth, fifth time, they ain't using no more condom. That's usually how it go. Now, the problem is you laying up with a girl that you don't like, that you don't care about. Now you going raw on a girl that you don't care about. And if she gets pregnant, now what? You know? So I'm saying you shouldn't even put yourself in a position like that, period. You should have enough discipline to not put yourself in a position like that. And unfortunately, us guys, we have to take on more responsibility because of how things are set up in this society. If a woman when women do things, they tend to get a slap on the wrist. Unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It's like if a woman gets put on child support, man, them women they don't be paying that shit. Most of the time, they don't be paying that shit. You know, a guy can't get away with that. Guy don't pay child support, they take his license. You know, he end up in jail. It's like some of these states are so damn strict, man, when it comes to child support, that you can't even get behind 30 days. You get behind 2 weeks, they're knocking on your door. Boom, 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 boom. At 6:30 at 6:30 in the morning in some of these states. You can't even get behind, bro. Not even a week. Not even 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So, see, that's you don't want to put yourself in a position like that where you got the deputy sheriff knocking on your door at 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And all it's because you were undisciplined. You fucking with a girl that you don't like. You never liked her. It was all about fun and games and getting drunk and high and having a good time. Don't do it. I fuck with those that fuck with me. That's my philosophy. You know what I'm saying? If that woman has to like me just as much as I like her. I prefer her to like me more. Ideal. That's ideal. You know what I'm saying? But if you head over heels for her, and she ain't head over heels for you, but she's a hood rat, she's easy, you can smash real quick, and you running up in her raw, I'm telling you, you're setting yourself up for, it's a recipe for disaster. You gotta have some standards, man. You gotta upgrade yourself. If you don't upgrade yourself, the woman ain't gonna upgrade herself when you meet her. Because if you're operating with low standards, the woman is coming in, she don't got nobody to look up to. She don't got nobody to look up to. Because you're like, you're on some ghetto style street shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't work like that. You gotta lead by example. And see, you gotta get to know these women. A lot of these women are in the game. A lot of these women are renegade hoeing on the side on the weekends or after work. Some of these women will go to the strip club after work or work at the strip club on the weekends. And you don't even know nothing about the woman. You don't even know that she's at the strip club. You went out with her a couple times, had a good time. You don't know where she lives. You have no idea where she lives. All you know is y'all live in the same city. You might not even know if she live in the same city or not. You just believed her. You don't know where she live. She don't know where you live. You don't know where she from. You don't know how she grew up. You don't know nothing about the woman. All you know is you smashed 2-3 times. And now you thinking she's wifey material. Lo and behold, this bitch is in the game. Street game. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, well, she ain't out in them streets. She ain't never asked me for no money. No, she ain't asked you for no money because she likes you in some crazy backwards way. She actually like you. She might not ask you no money in the beginning because she wants things to go well. See, it doesn't mean, let me tell you how this shit works. Even if she's a bona fide hoe, any woman, if she wants things to work out between you and her, she's not going to give you a hard time or do anything to blow it. She don't want to blow it because she sees you like, hey, this guy is different. He's much better than the other guys I usually get with. Even though that other guys might be dirtbags. And even though she might not be ready to get with a guy like you, but at the same time, she doesn't want to blow it. But eventually she will blow it. And the reason why she'll blow it, because she's not ready for a guy like you in most cases. If she's in them streets and you ain't, that's a different environment. That's a different type of game. She's tricking off with these guys, and you ain't really living like that. I met a couple of women that were like that were in the street game. They were renegade hoeing on the side or whatever on the weekends or after work. Now they didn't tell me they was doing it, by the way. I just kind of figured it out over time. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had experiences dealing with women that were doing something strange for a piece of change. Now, they never asked me for no money either. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I didn't get down like that anyway. You can't, because I've had a woman one time say, she's an older woman at the time. I think I was 35. No, I was 32 at the time. And she was 40. I think she was about 40 at the time. And she told me, let me tell you how I know she was into me, right? Now, we used to work, at the time I was working at, I was doing security part-time at a nursing home, right? And I was taking classes during the day, and I would work at 7 to 1, right? And I had to be to class at 8. But I didn't work, I only did that job 3 days a week. So I would work 7 to 1, but she would work 12 hours, 7 to 7, at night. And her job was like 5 minutes from where I was at the time, right? She was cool as shit. She was an older woman. She was older than me, right? Cool as shit. And she used to always ask to see me. And I'm like, yo, you just got off work. She's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm like, what? So she told me she was hungry, right? I'll meet you at Fridays at what? 12? Oh no, I think it was like 12:30, lunchtime, right? So I say, you really gonna show up? She said, yeah, I'll be there. Don't you know that showed up, bro? She showed up. She was there before I got there. She was there before I got there. Now, I knew she was tired. But she showed up. She showed up for a brother. And so we went, it was lunchtime or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm hungry, she hungry. Now, I got off. This was a day, I think I didn't have to work this day. You know what I'm saying? All I had to do basically is go to class. I had a class at 8 to 11, right? So I had to meet her at 12:30. Now, I'm good. I wasn't really tired, but, I'm all right. But she was. So we ate food, went back to my spot, and you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Now, that happened. Man, that happened like a lot of times. I lost count how many times that happened. But the point I'm trying to make is she made time, regardless of how tired she was or whatever the case may have been. She made time for a brother. It wasn't no excuses. Oh, I'm tired. I can't make it. Oh, no, she made time. You know what I'm saying? She made time and she said, hey, she said I was the best she ever had. Nah, I didn't, whatever. I didn't really buy into that. I kind of played along with it, but I said, okay, whatever. Right. So let me tell you what she did one time. I was driving. This is a random day. I'm driving home or whatever. And she texted me and she was like, I need a job. I'm like, you already got a job, right? Now I'm at the store by this time. Yeah. I said, you already got a job. Then now I need another job. So I'm like, what? What are you trying to say? What's she trying to say? I didn't get it. Right. So she was like, why don't I come over there and and how'd she say, I forgot how she said that shit that day. But she said something like, why don't I come over there and bust it open on you and you give me like you look out for me so I can get my hair fixed. Now she didn't exactly say it like that, but the way she said it kind of went over my head, and I didn't get it until like 10 minutes later. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this motherfucker trying to she wanted me to trick off. I don't get down like that. Come on now, we ain't doing that now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to have some standards about yourself. If you got some standards about yourself, you won't go along with that type of bullshit. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? That's no. And I don't even know why she even tried to play me like that. I gave her no type of signs that I would even get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Because every time she used to come over to my spot, it was bust down time. Yeah, we didn't go out to lunch very often because I was tired, bro. I was working part time and I was going to class. You know what I'm saying? I was taking class during the day and I'm working at nighttime. So I wasn't really out and about like that very often, very much. But every time I called her and said, hey, what you doing? She said, I'm just chilling. You need to come over here. She knew what time it was. She didn't tell me, hey, meet me at the bar. No, you come over here and you getting served. You got to lead the way. You can't let women dictate to you how things supposed to go. Hell no. The problem with a lot of guys, they ask too many damn questions. Hey, you want to go to the restaurant? You want to go out of town the weekend? No. You ask too many damn questions. Just tell her what you got in mind. And if she wants to go, she'll let you know. That's it. That's really it. You don't got to go on the details about what type of food you in the mood to eat. What? No. No, man. I cringe when I hear a lot of stuff a lot of guys be saying. It's all about what you want. I'm like, what? I don't know what you want. Okay. If it's all about her, it's not going to end well if you make it all about her. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. There's a movie called I don't know what it is. Women go to clubs, hook up with a guy at his place, leave the back door open, and someone comes in and robs you. It's based on a real incident. Hey, strippers do that, bro. Strippers do guys like that all the time. Strippers set guys up all the time and get them robbed. Yeah, that happens all the time. Strippers get them robbed, guys robbed. Dope boys get them dudes robbed. And you might have a girl that's trapping, she'll get them dudes robbed too. Yeah. It happens all the time. You know, it happens all the time. You might have let me tell you how you have a white woman, but this is a big one right here. You have a white woman, she'll rat on them dudes. She'll snitch on them dudes. Everybody have seen this. I've seen an example of this. I remember, like, this is years ago. I think I went to see one of my cousins, and where the hell? In Florence, and they had, at the time he was selling his little. I think he's selling weed or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? And he had this white girl over at his house, and he had pounds of weed. I'm talking like I ain't never seen this much weed in my life. I'm talking like the shit on the top of the ceiling, bro. He got this like round like a tire, that wide, and it's up from the top of the ceiling all the way to the bottom, like pounds of weed. And he got this white woman over there. I'm like, bro, what the hell is she doing over here, bro? And what you doing with all that weed in here? And I'm coming in here looking at this shit now. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, bro, you don't, no. You going about this wrong, brother. No, you breaking the code, bro. And you know what? He got locked up a couple months later. And the white woman told on him. She told on everybody, not just him. You know what I'm saying? So all that, all that when them white women, yo, that yo shit. No, you ain't fooling me with that. I've been around long enough. I've seen when the when the police show up, they square up. Hey, Mr. Officer. I know them, but I'm not with them. Shit. Y'all go to jail, she go home. You know what I'm saying? See, we gotta be smarter than that. We gotta be smarter than that, man. We can't fall for that. We gotta upgrade our game, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't. A lot of guys don't know who they're dealing with. Just because you talking to another girl from another culture, another country, whatever, that don't mean it's all good. You might be all good. You might be straight. But the world hasn't changed. The cops haven't changed. The judge haven't changed. The court system haven't changed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you walk outside, when I walk outside, I'm still a black man. I'm a tall, big black man. You know what I'm saying? I understand this. I don't get caught up in just because I got a girl from Japan or a girl from wherever. That don't mean nothing. Nobody cares about that. They see you a tall black man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might know them, but yeah, I mean, how far? I don't know. That might not go that far. That might not. When shit hits the fan, are those people really down with you? I don't know. How long you known them? What type of relationship you have with these people? You know what? I mean, what type of? How was a relationship established? You know, how'd you meet them? I mean, why did you meet them? How people come in is, usually how they leave. My grandmother used to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you cool with somebody, or you met them through somebody else, they might be cool with your boy. I don't mean they cool with you. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand this and know this. You can't leave things by chance. If you leave things by chance, you usually get burned. You know what I'm saying? You and you have to know, just because you laid up with a woman, white woman, Asian woman, Latin woman, East Indian, whatever, that don't really mean much. Like most women, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say. Brace yourself. Most women don't think much about sex. No, they don't. Most women, especially the lost women, when you so excited about having sex with her and everything, they're not really excited about that shit like that. Maybe in the beginning. Yeah, I'm talking to average woman here. I'm not talking about a woman that's in tune with her chakras and who she is as a woman. I'm not talking about her. At different levels to this shit. We understand this. I'm talking to average woman at your job you work with right now. She don't see, there's no value in y'all having sex. Now, she values her cooch. She values what she got down there, but she don't value the act of sex. They don't. And let me tell you how you know they don't. Because they wouldn't be giving it away as fast as they do. That's how you know they don't value having sex as much as we do. We value sex way more than women do. Women don't really think about that shit. Like, they give that shit away like hotcakes. and take a shower, take a bath. 3 days later, she's with another guy. Or, well, it could be the next day, or a couple of hours, she with another guy. You know what I'm saying? That's hard for most guys to wrap their mind around. Most women don't really value sex like that with most guys. If she's really into the guy, yeah. But in most cases, no. This is why women trick off. Think about this for a second. Now, if you tell me a woman is struggling out here, can't pay her bills, don't got food to eat, it's all about survival, I get it. Okay, yeah. But what about the women that have OnlyFans? What about these women that have OnlyFans? Most of these women are married. Most of these women, they have a guy. They live with a guy. And these married women that have a guy or married to a guy, they sleep with other guys on their OnlyFans. So sex can't be that much of a big deal. And don't tell me you're doing it for the money. Because most of y'all ain't making no money on OnlyFans. Most of y'all ain't making no money like that. I hear a lot of these women talk about they thinking about money in the long term or money on the back end. You need a bunch of guys to be just this $3.99 a month, $4.99 a month, $7.99 a month, or $19.99 a month. You need a bunch of subscribers to make make decent money. And I always looked at it like this. Now, I'm not a whole hater. I'm not a whole hater. But I always looked at it like this. Some of these women, more than likely, can do other things to make money, but they're just not willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? They're just not willing to do it. See, having sex with guys, a bunch of guys, like with OnlyFans and all that shit, that's like the lowest common denominator. That's like you just don't got nothing else left. That's always been. That's how I always seen it. And most guys see it like that. Even most pimps back in the day, I met a couple pimps. Even that's like the lowest common denominator. You know, I mean, now most pimps wouldn't back in the day they would not admit that. But if you in private, they would say, "Yeah, that's the lowest common denominator." They would disagree. They would agree with me. That's having sex for mine is that's the lowest common denominator. There's other means, other ways, easier to make money. You can make more money if you're willing to put in the time. But they want to take the fast way. So, you know, a lot of these women are lazy. You know, and this is why, you know, a lot of these women most women don't value sex like that. They don't. You know, they know that most women know most guys want to have sex. They know that. That's why a lot of women will pull a sex card on most guys. You know, that's happened. I don't know, at least, damn. I said by the time you're 35, some woman have pulled the sex card on you. If you don't do what I want, you ain't getting none tonight. That's what I'm talking. That's the sex card. That type of shit. She might have not chose those words, but some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? It's happened. You know, it's happened to me once or twice. I don't give a fuck. I'm the type of dude like, say that shit. I'm getting mine regardless. So you only got one time. Let me tell you something. You only got one time to do that to me. And that's gonna be it for you. I don't play around like that. But there's a lot of guys that do tolerate shit like that. And a lot of times, you know, a lot of guys have to tolerate that shit because they're in a bad position financially. You know, they in a position where they have to be with that woman because they can't do no better, or you know, they just been bullshitting, wasting time, not being productive, you know, over the years. You know, yeah, I mean, it's a combination of reasons why a lot of guys are in the predicament that they're in. It's not just one thing, you know. So a lot of guys have to put up with women like that. And a lot of women prey on guys like that. They take advantage of the situation because they know the guy, he ain't able to go nowhere. He's limited. She know that. So she's kind of strong arming the dude. It's like a power move. You know? You don't want to be in a position like that where you stuck with a woman. You can't stand her. She's treating you like a boy. You don't want to be in a situation like that, man. You know, that's not the business. You always want to be in a situation where you can walk away. You can always leave, or she can always leave. And if she leaves, like I always say, he did you a favor. You shouldn't be upset if she leaves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hey, anything you want to ask, click the link. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Yeah, anything you want to ask, talk about, I'm out of here. Or anything you think about what I talked about as far as establishing boundaries, standards, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because see, at the end of the day, man, it's really all on you. Your experience dealing with people or women, regardless of where you go out in life, it, you get what you catch. If you ain't good enough, you ain't gonna really catch a lot. And even if you get lucky and catch a big fish, so to speak, you ain't gonna be able to keep her because you ain't really ready. You ain't really that type of dude, and a woman is gonna pick up on it. She's gonna realize, oh, this dude he ain't really who I thought he was. Yeah, he's just perpetrating. He he played the part well in the beginning, but he ain't really about that life. You know what I'm saying? She'll be able to pick up on it. You know, my dad used to tell me, man, you get what you catch. That's what it is. It don't matter what country you in. None of that shit really matters. It don't matter where I go out in the world. I don't change. Everywhere I go, here I am. You know, I don't get brand new just because when I went to Japan the first time, you think I changed up and got brand new and became like some brand new person and start wearing Japanese clothes? And hell no. I'm not wearing that shit. When I went to Japan, I'm me. I'm not wearing anything that they wear. That ain't me. I gotta be me wherever I go. You know, there's a lot of people say they'll tell you that, hey, when you go to some other country, you gotta, fit in. I can't fit in. I'm a tall black man. How the hell I'm gonna fit in? The only place I could fit in that I think of is if I go to some other African country or Brazil or Colombia or something like that. You know, maybe Mexico, maybe, depending on where in Mexico. But it's hard for me to fit in. I'm tall. Most places I go, I'm the tallest guy in the room. It's hard for me to fit in, you know. Now, some people, you got to immerse yourself in the culture. Yeah, I agree with that. You should immerse yourself. Especially if you want to learn how to speak the language. There's some truth to that. That makes sense. But there's some places, most places, I'm not going to be able to fit in. I'm a tall black man. And people can tell the way you dress that you ain't from there. I'm not wearing their clothes. I'm wearing my clothes. So I'm not wearing Jordans, none of that bullshit. I don't even wear Jordans. But I'm wearing the stuff that I want to wear. You know, I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I don't do none of that shit no more. I kind of grew out of that. But I mean, I know better. I know what to do and how to carry myself when I'm out and about, regardless of wherever I go. I've been in the biggest hoods in America to the most lavish neighborhoods in America. And even overseas, same thing. I've been in neighborhoods where the goddamn dumpster It's like right there on the other side of the building. It's like I've been in the slums to the. I'm like, God damn, y'all living like this? Shit. The ghettos is like slums. I've been in the areas like that, and I'm good. I wasn't scared. Shit, you know, but I ain't living like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, we don't live like that over here. Like them slums in some of these damn countries got slummy neighborhoods, man. We don't live like that over here. I mean, it's slummy, boy. Places like India and Bangladesh and like South Asia, slummy. Damn. I mean, not all of it, but a good majority of it. Like Europe too. UK, slummy, man. They got different type of hood. God damn. Woo. I mean, it's filthy. God. If you take the worst neighborhoods in America, multiply that times 10. That's how slummy these places be, man. And you got a lot of these people that come over here from these slummy countries, and they act like they so great. I mean, you gotta sit your ass down. If you so great, why you came over here? Your homeland is screwed up. It's tore up to the floor. You ain't great. Sit your ass down. Don't you ever try to disrespect me. I know where you came from. You came from dirt. Get out of here. Who you think you fooling? Because see, I've been to a lot of these other places. So they can't play me and make it seem like, oh, I just got here 2 years ago. I came here with $10 in my pocket, and now I'm doing pretty well for myself. Get your ass out of here. Get out of here, you lame. Yeah, I mean, don't you ever try to disrespect me. You came from the dirt, staying at a damn trailer, a truck trailer. And it ain't no 53 footer either. Staying in a shanty town or in the favela. Get out of here. Don't you ever try to disrespect me. Yeah, But yeah, that's about all I got, man. You heard me rant enough tonight, But I'm just kicking the real. I'm telling you what it is out here. We need to up our standards. You need to have boundaries and show and have some respect about yourself. And having sex with random women, that shit ain't a big deal, man. Ain't nothing to brag about. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to brag about, really. Shit. These women, they don't having sex. It ain't no big deal to them. It ain't. If it was, they wouldn't be giving away like they are. So just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? You might say, man, my white woman loved me, man. She loved me. My white girlfriend loved me. Look, man. A lot of these white women are just rebellion. They're rebels. That shit might last for a couple years and she'll square up and go back to the white community. Or you get married to her, y'all have kids. As soon as the kids get big enough or go to college, whichever one comes first, that relationship is over. That's what usually happens to a lot of these athletes. They'll get with these white women. As soon as the kids, well, a lot of times, as soon as they retire or get hurt, can't play football no more, or basketball, or get hurt, lose the deal, can't play no more. Shit, that relationship is over. Or the kids will get, kids will go to college, grow up and go to college. That white woman gonna be looking to get up out of there. that relationship is over. The fetish is over. It's over because let me tell you what the problem. The problem is a lot of white women don't age well as they get older, and they're very insecure anyway. You know, that's what a lot of that shit comes down to. And the older they get, the more racist they tend to get. You can't take it no more. She's been nice to you for too long. You know, because you have to look at it like this. She's been raised in a way where she should be in charge of the household. You shouldn't. So she's listening to you. It's hard for a white woman to listen to you if you're a black man. I mean, she got to rewind her mind, her way of thinking. That program is strong. You know, there's a woman online that's giving dating advice. I'm not gonna call her name. If I call her name, you know what I'm talking about. There's a white woman online. She's been doing it much longer than me, but she's good. I guess she's good people. I don't know her personally, but I've seen her around. She has to go to therapy. She has to go to a psychologist twice a month, so she won't break her family up. Because she don't want to get a divorce. Because I think she's been married, I don't know, maybe 15 years. With 3 kids. So that's how strong that program is, man. Just being in America, the program is strong, man. So, because her husband, he's an alpha type dude. He tell her what to do, and he's in charge of the household, right? Now, she might make more money than him, but he's still a man. So this is what she told me now. She said, the problem is I've been raised to be one way, and he's been raised to be another way. So I said, oh, I know what you mean. She said, because she said, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. I said, I got you, you know? So she has to go to a psychologist to counter that bad programming, because she don't want to get a divorce. And I feel her. You know what I'm saying? She want to keep her family together. So she got to do what she got to do as a white woman. And this is why a lot of these athletes get a divorce when they marry these white women. Older they get, white women can't take it no more. You know? And even some of these other women like let's say a Latin woman, she might, when they come over here, even the ones that's born and raised over here, they, in a lot of ways, they think they're a white woman. They if you go to California, there's a lot of Mexicans in places like California and Texas. They could pass for a white woman. Yeah, as their driving license might say she's white. So they look at themselves as a white woman. A lot of these women, these Latin women, in places like California and Texas and even New York. So they'll take on some of the same bad programming as the white women. And you might be with them. So that's what you're dealing with. And that's what you're going to have to deal with if you get with some of these women. This is why it takes time to get to know people. You know what I'm saying? I told a dude, hey, if you get with a Latin woman, just make sure she can't pass for white. Because if she can't pass for white, well, she ain't gonna, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna have to worry about that what I just explained. Because she know she can't pass. She know the white people don't look at her like that. They look at, she's just another Mexican girl. That's what they would say. You know what I'm saying? She Mexican. She ain't a white woman. Can't pass for a white woman. You got a strong accent. You know? And plus a lot of these women have identity problems. They have identity problems. They don't embrace their blackness side of the family and all kind of shit. And a lot of them got a black grandmother somewhere on the one side of the family, and they hide the grandmother. What type of shit is that? It's weird shit. They hide the grandmother. They'll hide their kids. They'll meet a woman. He won't tell them that he got a kid. What type of weird shit is that, man? So that's why I always say the grass is never green on the other side. It's just a different type of grass. You know what I'm saying? I always say that. And it's true. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley. Then you look